Waalaikumsalam Aman. Aduh, this guy always talk about Carlos on. Jihan Razak. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. Yeah. They say salam to everybody.
Assalamualaikum.
This is apa nama tu, sahabat, bukan sahabat, apa nama tu, anak saudara lah kira. Anak saudara pangkat memang kira memang betul anak saudara. Ini itu suami dia, ini isteri dia. Ini Cik Intan, anak saudara sebelah kakak, orang-orang yang bertanggungjawab untuk sentiasa bersama dengan kita. Korang jangan sibuk pasal Carlos korang ni. Korang aku tangkap orang pergi Carlos. Okey. Tunggu sikit member lain masuk. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Okay. Hari ni kita santai-santai lah, santai. Tanya pasal idea masing-masing. Yang Dasi ni dia asal daripada Filipina. So di Filipina korang tahulah market music besar. Betul tak? Filipina market is quite big, right? Very big, right?
Yeah,
It's quite big.
90% is talented.
Yeah, I think
Like music is like in
religion,
it's like an everyday. It's like part of living in the Philippines. So from the poorest of the poor, they will always have like at least a guitar at home.
Nampak tak? Beza dia dekat Filipina, kat Indonesia atau kat Malaysia, tengok beza dia jauh. Dasi kata dekat sana setiap rumah mesti ada gitar satu. Lagipun I think in the church there were always gospel and all that, right?
Yeah.
So it's just part of the religion also, right? Singing.
Even kids in school, they will start bringing instruments and trying to learn how to play an instrument and start singing. So even in class during breaks, they will just jam and play music and sing.
Okay. How long have you been here in Malaysia?
How many? 12 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 12
For the
years.
past 12 years, what do you actually think, as honest as you can, what do you actually think about Malaysian music?
I think Malaysian music is still progressing. It's still progressive. I've been immersed with in the Malaysia music scene through my wife, through uncle, and it's still. I think it's still progressing. It's still developing. I think new artists are still coming up. The older artists are still there. So looking forward to newer music, maybe different genres.
Untuk pengetahuan korang, kita punya saudara kita Hakim ni, nama dia sebenarnya lepas dia apa nama tu, embrace Islam, nama dia Hakim lah, correct So sebelum tu nama dia Dasi, dia pun masih kekal ke nama Dasi tu, tapi nama Islam dia ialah Hakim lah. So isterinya ialah Intan. Intan ni pun salah seorang satu penyanyi juga yang boleh nyanyi dengan baik juga. Tapi kita nak tanya juga apa pendapat Intan tentang muzik lah Intan. Yang Intan rasa honest. Pendapat Intan tentang industri muzik apa dululah apa Intan dengar kan.
Macam saya tak ada penyanyi this is my favourite singer, tak ada. Even Siti Nurhaliza pun saya depends, lagu dia yang sedap, okay, lagu dia sedap. Lagu siapa-siapa lah yang sedap, lagu tu sedap. Bukan sebab ni aku minat dia, sebab aku minat dia. Tak ada peminat-peminat macam tu. Asal lagu tu sedap. Yang serius.
Jadi benda tu memang kena sedap lah kan.
Lagu tu kena
macam
sedap.
makan juga kan, macam makan. Kalau benda tu kalau orang kata kedai besar tapi tak sedap, buat bunyi
Betul.
Macam dia orang ni sanggup, kita pun sanggup pergi warung yang biasa, tapi makanan sedap kita makan, betul kan?
Betul.
So song and music is the same, right?
Walau muka tak cantik pun, bila kita dengar je lagu tu kan uncle kan, mesti kali pertama dengar je, sedap lagu ni,
catchy lah kira.
Catchy. Lepas tu Saya bukanlah jenis orang yang macam ada pilihan
Very angular.
peminat rock, lagu rock ke, peminat lagu sedih-sedih ke, peminat, asal lagu tu sedap memang. Hip hop ke semua, rap semua tengah. Betul?
Betul. Dan apa Intan fikir tentang perkembangan industri muzik ataupun seni dalam Malaysia? It can be playing music, it can be singing, it can do anything lah. Traditional ke modern ke apa. Buat apa yang Intan fikir tentang apa dulu sampai sekarang? Zaman Intan dulu kecil, Intan dengar mak-mak main lagu, bapak main lagu kan. Dengan sekarang
tak boleh lawan tahun 90-an yang macam Sting, kumpulan Spoon, kumpulan Data, itu tetap nombor satu lah. Sampai sekarang macam diorang tak, lagu sekarang tak boleh beat zaman tu. Tu 90-an kan? 90-an. Memang tak boleh.
That mid-90s.
I'm still stuck with 90s. To be honest.
Pandangan ikhlas setengah orang mungkin mempelekehkan kumpulan Spoon ataupun kumpulan Data atau kumpulan Spoon ke apa-apa kan, tapi ada juga peminat macam ni yang angkat martabat band-band ni. Korang rasa macam kita mak rock kan, apa benda band ni. Tapi jangan salah sangka bang. Setiap band ada dia punya peminat kan.
Betul. Yang macam Samudra lagu tak boleh lah.
So lagu Jiwang orang panggil Jiwang Karat, orang panggil Lele apa semua. Tapi macam kumpulan Sting lagu dia popular kat Batam, penuh orang tau. So kita kena rasa respect juga lah, sebab band-band macam ni ialah khazanah industri muzik Malaysia. It's actually belong to Malaysian industry. These are the bands that not everybody can play like Deep Purple or Dream Theater, whatever lah, you know. There are bands that play like Beatles, there are bands play like Bad Company and all this, you know. Sama dalam Malaysia. In Malaysia also they have different genre, even though it's in rock, but we have different categories. Some softer music, some hard music, some heavy music and all this. So we are not supposed to like condemn this band. I mean, I made mistake also before, because maybe listening to some parties who are into ego, and I'm still ego, you know, last time lah, you know, but now I think I'm a bit open, and I can accept people's mindset. Like maybe she loved all those bands that we don't like before. So what we know how man, tapi it happens that my niece like the song, love the song. She say it's number one. So it can be respect lah, you know.
My daughter is only 10, you know, and she memorized the Data, and she's the one who told me, oh Data sedap lah lagu Permaisuri. So what can I say?
Yeah. You cannot cheat the kids, the listeners.
And you cannot force them to say that, you know. She's the one who told me Data Permaisuri sedap. Oh, okay, that's my favorite.
Yes. Pasal tu, that's why I think for a lot of Malaysian, I mean correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of Malaysian punya sistem pemikiran ini kita betulkan hari ni lah. Bila band tu popular, dia cakap band tu nombor satu. Bila band tu jual, dia cakap band tu. Bagi saya not fair. Sebab apa? You tengok hari ni anak saudara kata apa? Kumpulan Spoon nombor satu, kumpulan Sting nombor satu, kumpulan Coin nombor satu. Tengok, nampak tak? So kita tak boleh wrap up and just say, oh that one is number one, that one is number two. It's not fair. Opinion can, no problem. Tapi kalau what you think actually, bro, for you to for some of them to like categorize this band or number one, this band number two.
I think it's appreciating music is very subjective. So it's your own how you feel towards the music, and when it comes to music, what makes a music good? Yeah. So there are different ways of different perspectives. The way you see it, is it the tune? Is it the lyrics that makes it good? Is it the arrangement? The sound of the instruments, the way it all combines and makes the whole sound. So to each his own. So it's very subjective.
Correct.
but I feel that the older songs, the older music and artists, I feel they're the ones with the more original sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where it started, right? So
Yeah.
probably in the 60s, 70s, 80s, I feel that those were, and the next generations, the 90s, the 2001s, it's more of a bit of not really imitating the sound, but it's a spin-off of those sounds
Yeah.
from the 70s, from the 80s.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
No,
Not exactly the same, but they get the idea from that generation.
of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Because I know music is unlimited.
Yes.
It's infinite.
Yes.
But people need to get inspiration from those older generation songs. Right?
Okay, let me ask you a question. In Philippine industry, music industry is so huge, bigger than Malaysia at the time, right? I would say.
Well, basically because of population.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, do you have that kind of thinking to say, oh, this is number one, this is number two, number three? Do you have that back in Philippines?
They have like, of course it's a popularity thing. People vote for this song and that, but each artist or each or band or group, they try to make their own sound. They try to make it unique and their own.
Original.
Make it original. Even singers who do cover, right?
Yeah.
They try not to cover exactly the same. They try to make it their own.
Philippines are well known to cover exactly before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, especially like the big voices like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. If you can sing exactly like Whitney Houston, then your range is there. You can sing anything.
But I personally think the Filipinos back then in the 70s, 80s, 90s, they invade the world by doing that. But now they're getting better. They try to portray their own voice.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
You know, you can see a lot of newcomers, great singers from Philippines. We have their own style and own.
Yeah, they start off and probably became famous from imitating the greats.
Yeah.
And once they get their voice out there and people hear them, then they make something of their own.
Yeah.
I think that's how artists. I mean, the path that they take is that path. I think that would be the easiest path for them to imitate first and get that kind of sound. Like who's the singer of Journey, the Filipino guy who they found him in YouTube singing.
Small club, right?
Yeah. and he's from like the kampung.
Yeah.
Nobody knows him in the Philippines. He just posted something and then they heard, and he has that exact sound and tone.
Yeah.
And that's why they took him on.
Yeah. But after that, he's singing on his own.
Yeah.
Right? After the new album, he's singing more of his own style.
Yeah.
Yes.
His style. Yeah.
And then you see, what made me trying to say was in Malaysia industry is when you put names like that, or best rock singer, best jazz singer, best disco singer, whatever, you know. If you do that, those singers or artists who are better than you were gone with the wind. They don't have the chance to go out because let's say Intan can sing rock or pop rock so good, but suddenly I put that singer name, she is number one queen of pop rock. That will kill her, you know.
Yeah. And to have that kind of claim, it needs to be substantiated. Is it how did they come up with that decision that this band is number one, or this singer is number one in pop, or this one? Is there a voting?
Yeah, exactly.
In the, I mean, do they have they competed in the world stage where they were recognized to be? Yeah, we see a lot of Malaysian singers trying to compete outside of Malaysia. Like in China, in Korea, in Asian festival, they try to compete there, so they can get their voice out there and be known in the world stage. And maybe they might be good or they might be not so good, but since they played in the world stage, people recognize them.
Do you heard about Yuna? Yuna, the Malaysian singer, the one with the tudung.
Yeah, the girl,
local singer.
Which one? Not the Shanghai one. That is not Yuna.
No, that is.
You don't know Yuna.
Yuna? No.
Yeah, no.
Different. Okay.
Dia tahu Sheila Hamzah.
Sheila Hamzah. Okay, never mind. Yuna, you see what happened to Yuna is she. Yeah, she's the one. Yuna, she's the one. Okay, what happened to Yuna is in Malaysia, she was like kept away, The press people will say she look like a normal girl who sell nasi lemak. How can you say that? And she's talented. She do her own song. She can play guitar. She can sing well. She write good lyrics and all that. But once she go to America with her own money, they put her up there, man. So who lose? Who's losing?
Because it's a different perspective. They recognize the talent.
Yes.
If we restrict and downplay their talent and try to ignore them, it's more of politics already.
Yeah, correct. Correct.
When politics comes into play, then you don't get the real deal.
Correct.
Yeah, all you get is like publicity. It becomes a popularity contest.
Bagi Intan rasa macam mana?
Rasa macam sekarang ni kan, dia orang nak buat video klip je kan, for example buat video klip pun dia nak cari yang macam dia nak buat yang kontroversi, yang nak bagi tarik orang tengok. Nak tengok video tu, sebenarnya lagu tu tak ada apa pun kan. Takkan nak jadi buat kontroversi untuk menarik benda tu.
Sampai tak macam melacurkan industri.
Tak murahan.
Betul.
Kesian.
Tengok paling baru tengok tak yang video klip seorang atau dua orang yang public figure tu kan, yang joget macam sotong gurita tu, yang panas ke daun panas masuk daun. Yang buat macam tu, jadi macam mana korang kita nak mematabatkan industri kita ke peringkat Asia ataupun Asia Selatan ataupun Asia Barat, ataupun lepas tu cerita pasal dunia. Kita takkan lepas bang. Sebab apa? Ada gangguan-gangguan mental macam ni tau. Artis-artis mental macam ni, dia gunakan duit, dia tabur dadak bang. So wartawan pun tulis hal dia orang, TV pun rilis hal dia orang, radio pun main lagu-lagu dia orang. So dekat situ kita ni yang berpuluh tahun bang main muzik, betul-betul kita rentak kau bang, pun orang tak pandang. Orang cakap apalah tu band Babylon ni, bukan orang kenal pun. Sekarang nombor satu bang yang viral itu Malon tu, Kurita tu. Siapa buat? Netizen nak panggil. Netizen vote. Bagus lah, viral, lingkup industri kita. So saya cakap selama ni apa jadi? Itulah saya kadang-kadang kita marah tau bang. Bukan kita jealous. Kalau engkau bagus, engkau talented, kita jemput masuk.
Betul.
Kau ada duit kan, kau masuk. Kau payung betul-betul, kita panggil producer bagus-bagus, buat lagu, arrange music. Kalau engkau boleh buat sendiri lagi bagus. Tapi engkau tak boleh buat apa-apa. Kau guna duit kau goyang sana, lepas tu kau panggil 15 sotong kurita daun, joget macam tu, siapa-siapa kan. Lepas tu kau buat semua orang tengok, dagu jatuh bukan pasal suka, dagu jatuh sebab marah.
Betul.
Sangat marah tau orang. Kita ni player dalam industri bang, kita rasa sedih tau. Sebab apa? All the persatuan all the unions not even stood up for us. Oi, what the hell are you doing? Get lost. Nothing. Macam mana tu? Betul tak? Persatuan tak ada satu pun yang bangkit bang. Yang so-called dahsyat ni, yang so-called apa orang kata player-player dalam industri yang duduk dalam persatuan ni, yang tu nama besar dia tu nama kecil. Waktu ni lah kata sama-sama kena eratkan silaturahim, perangi benda-benda gini bang. Perangi benda-benda gini. Jumpa menteri cakap jumpa the Ministry of Essay on the art and tell them this is not supposed to happen in our industry, man. We call this squid, and these people take the money and throw, no. They go to radio, they take their money, they pump. They go to TV, they pump. They go to the local what do you call it, TV, and then program, they just pump the money. They say, I want to have my song number 1 now. So what? Money buys, man. Money, cash is king. For me, it's okay if you want to play this thing on your own, for your own family, doesn't matter. For your own promotion, for your business, doesn't matter. Let's say engkau ada supermarket, kan? Katakanlah dia ada supermarket. Dia nak buat benda tu khas untuk supermarket dia je. Dia boleh lah bang buat. Itu duit dia. Tapi kau buat macam ni, engkau dah masuk dalam industri bang. Lepas tu kau bangga dan kau bongkar cakap, apa masalah saya tak buat benda salah. Saya buat seni. Korang yang komplain tu korang tak tahu seni. Lama menyirat duit. No?
Because if people from outside, if they see, macam orang dari Philippines kata baru datang, dia tak tahu dia ni siapa. Betul. Dia tengok menyanyi, ni artis Malaysia. Artis Malaysia macam ni, ni kualiti kau. Ayo, malu.
Lepas tu kita condemn Indonesia. Indonesia dah maju ke depan, dahsyat dah orang. Kita kalau kita nak belajar untuk maju, kita kena terima hakikat yang negara tu maju dari kita. Apa yang kita buat, jangan jealous. Hasad tak apa, jangan dengki. Hasad dibolehkan dalam Islam. Hasad, kita akan maju, kita akan cuba, tak apa, nanti Indonesia berkualiti. Apa kata kita cuba praktis lebih sikit, kita cuba pergi dekat par, at least come to the par. But instead of doing that, we keep on bugging and say, that one, we are better. How lah? By having that kind of artist?
Well, that's the reality. Yeah, it's happening. It happened. Yeah. Right. But I think this time around, artists, even new artists, who doesn't have any professional training or doesn't have any, like, nobody manages them or what, they have more opportunities now. Artists and musicians, they have more opportunities because of social media. Yeah, they can go to YouTube, they can go live, they can go Facebook. Yeah,
very big.
Social media is the next level of how you going to put out your music. Yeah, you can go Facebook, Instagram, any social media, TikTok. A lot of artists now are being discovered because of these social media, and they don't have big budgets or marketing or what, right? But people start following them because they're showing talent.
Correct.
Yeah. So it becomes more pure. The talent is appreciated now. Not because of politics or money or...
I think more direct to the crowd.
Yeah,
right?
it's more direct to the listeners and people who appreciate the music, people who appreciate the voice and their sound, and they go direct to basically like consumers, right?
Yeah, straight.
Yeah, straight, and it's unadulterated. There's no politics involved. They just put it out. If they get a lot of followers, and they recognize talent. Satu
apa panggil tu, satu perbualan impact yang bagus lah. Bagi saya, sebab apa yang Dasi dipikirkan atau dengan Intan bikin, dia orang di satu pihak yang mendengar muzik, membeli muzik, dan they buy good instrument untuk rumah dia orang, equipment kat rumah dia orang, good sound system. takkan nak pergi dengar lagu yang caprak, betul tak? Mesti nak dengar lagu yang either you buy instrument, or you buy good radio or TV or whatever sound system for you to listen to good music, right? So if you listen to bullshit, so what's the point?
Even if it was cost 100,000, 100 million to produce, if it sounds crap, it's crap.
Correct.
Like me and Intan, we appreciate different genres, different types of music, depending on the mood, right? So we tend to listen to a wide range of music types and genres, and we were able to identify what feels or sounds good for us. Even though older songs we listen to, Intan listens to, and my daughters, they hear it and the tune is catchy for them, and then they start singing it. So it doesn't necessarily mean old new songs are good or bad. It's again it's subjective.
No, it's like people saying nasi lemak in the 50s is good, so delicious. How about now? People also can still get delicious nasi lemak. Correct or not? It's the same with the song. Song in the 50s is good. It's nostalgic. But now we can still find good singer like who's the singer pakai tudung tu, siapa? Siapa? Aina Abdul.
Bagus.
Tu, Aina Abdul. Dia nyanyi tu my uncle punya anak kahwin. Dia nyanyi. She was there. So kita rasa bangga tau. Kita rasa bangga seorang gadis pakai tudung, tak perlu menggedi-gedi, pakai ketak-ketak buka, pakai begini, tak perlu bang. Dia dah pakai tudung, kita tengok bagus dia ni naik atas.
Tak payah muka cantik.
Tak payah. Dia ambil mic, dia kasih suara cantik bang. Dagu jatuh bang semua. Tengok semua dagu jatuh. Aku tengok sekali-sekali dagu jatuh. Cacat padan muka korang. Selama ni korang nak apa? Pakai seksi-seksi, tonggeng sana tonggeng sini kat TV. Itu yang korang nak, itulah korang dapat. Tapi sekarang bila masyarakat dah mula berfikir dengan logik, dia dapat tengok Aida Abdul punya talent. Kat situ banyak penyanyi-penyanyi tergugat. Contoh bila penyanyi-penyanyi tergugat ni akan timbul rasa dengki dan khianat, nak mula sabotaj. Sebab apa? Dia orang terasa macam, oh lemak, gua pakai dah seksi-seksi, gua dah tak laku sekarang. Mina tu pakai macam tu, orang anjut 20,000, 30,000 satu show. Nampak tak? So benda sailang menyalang ni akan berlaku. Keras bang, benda keras bang. So kita peminat-peminat ni, netizen ni, peminat-peminat muzik ni, aku harap korang bulatkan hati korang, tegurkan prinsip korang, support artis-artis yang terbaik macam tu. Situ lagu, dia situ lagu sendiri kyo, betul tu. She write her own song on lyric with that caliber, you know. It's so nice to see lah. So we actually need a lot of this kind of talent artist. Tak kira lah band ke, penyanyi solo ke, siapa, lelaki perempuan ke, buatlah. Betul tak?
Tak perlu muka pun, serius. Tak perlu muka pun. Kita tengok sedap mata mandang macam Aina kan. Anak tu. Okey, masa juara lagu tu duduk sekali dengan anak, diorang sendiri boleh pilih lagu mana yang sedap tau.
Betul.
Budak 10 tahun boleh tahu mesti ni menang, mesti tu menang.
Betul.
Dia tak cakap ni tak menang sebab ni mesti menang sebab muka dia cantik. Tak ada, diorang tahu menang ni untuk apa.
Actually in my time lah, dalam zaman saya dalam 80-an, 90-an kat situ penuh pancaroba bang. Pancaroba apa tau? Sikap ada apa? Puak-puak ni. Puak dia ni buat lagu macam ni, radio, TV semua sokong dia. Dia punya geng, dia punya judge pun dapat tempat dia, dia punya radio, TV, bos pun dapat tempat dia. Semua dah macam puak-puak tau. So dia angkat dia, dia bawa naik. Engkau 15 tahun ni pakai nama aku je, okey cantik, main lagu. Hari-hari main kat radio, lagu yang tak sedap bang, hari-hari main radio pun orang akan cakap sedap bang. Lagu zombie, ingat tak lagu zombie? Macam nak mampus. Aku ingat dia nak mampus ini. Rupanya it's just a technique. It's a technique from a country, I think from Netherlands. What country is that?
I forgot from where.
Irish.
Yeah.
It's an Irish technique singing, no? Traditional singing. So she take the singing technique and do it into her song. When I first heard the song, I was like, the singer going to collapse or what? She take something in the throat or what? And it sold for 30 million. Can you imagine that song, which get played by airplay all around the world, sell for 30 million?
And it's just because of that singing style that she imitated, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we see a lot of those now.
Yeah.
Current artists that try to imitate artists from other countries that sound unique, and then they bring it in locally.
Yes.
And now they sound unique here locally.
Yeah.
Because people didn't hear that.
Yeah,
word.
because the like, for example, the Malaysia music scene, they haven't heard that kind of sound from maybe a French artist or from France, yeah, singing style. So I've seen a local artist who copied that kind of style, and now it's popular.
Exactly like that.
Exactly,
Because
style,
we
even the
first
mannerism, you know.
We first heard from the French artist, right? We know exactly that song, and suddenly in Malaysia, I said, I heard this artist before, and then he realized he copied exactly like this artist, new artist in Malaysia, exactly the style, the swagger,
Yeah.
all right.
The mannerism, yeah. Well, again, when it comes.
Kau tak boleh baca boleh cakap.
Selamatkan pembolok dia dulu bang.
Betul. Itu yang kena kasih ombak tu. No, the problem our I mean, why I say this in my life every day, not because I want to look for fame or no, it's not that. For me, is I need to talk because this is my industry. This is my responsibility. If I cannot educate some people, what's the point of me becoming an artist? Correct or not? For you to become artist, you see like Bon Jovi, Whitesnake, Scorpion, Deep Purple, whatever. They educate people. They go on stage, they speak nicely, they talk nicely, they educate. Okay, don't do like that, man. You guys, please help each other. You know, these are great education, regardless of religion or race. Correct? They say, oh, you know, Bon Jovi take 30 million from his pocket and pass to Palestine. What he got to do with Palestine? But he took his own 30 million ringgit and donate to Palestine. Cristiano Ronaldo, 20 million. Where is our billionaire all? Buy a Ferrari. Buy Lamborghini and show off. Betul? Bahawa orang kafir ni bang, orang kafir ni non-Muslim, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bon Jovi dan banyak artis luar negara ni, jangan cakap, oh dia orang kafir bang, dia orang nak buat dia tak dapat pahala. Itu kita jangan judge bang. Seorang pelacur yang hina sebelum dia masuk Islam pun, dia bagi anjing minum air yang dia nak sepatut minum, dia masuk syurga, Allah kasih dia syurga bang. Mungkin dari sudut mata pandangan orang lain mungkin dia gagal lah. Tapi kenapa hati dia besar bang? Untuk Bon Jovi kasih 10 million, 20 million, bukan kecil bang. Dia kasih bang, macam tu je. Kasih dia pada Palestin. Cristiano Ronaldo bagi 20 juta bang. Kita nak bagi RM2 pun kita gigit jari bang. Alamak ni kan kau bagi macam mana? Dia, betul tu bang, ada bagi. Sebab saya dah baca tu, saya cakap, saya dah baca. Dia sangat marah bila orang lain kutuk Palestin. Even dengan Yahudi pun dia marah, dia tak suka. Nampak tak? Lagi popular bang, dalam nombor 1 punya football player dalam dunia, kaya raya, billionaire bang. Dia boleh bangkit pasal Islam ni. Tapi kita ni macam mana? Artis-artis kita buat apa? Tak, engkau, aku. Engkau kira gaduh je. Asal gaduh je kita. Nampak tak? Dalam industri muzik kita bersepah bang. Kita bersepah bang. Kita cerita pasal band, kita cerita pasal tu, kita cerita pasal macam-macam. Kita punya niat tak sepenuh hati dalam industri bang. Pasal tu kita kalah. Niat tu datang dengan usaha yang betul, datang dengan keikhlasan, dia pergi betul. Kalau bukan soal popular, it's not about popularity ataupun you're getting more money than me. No, that's another cerita. Ni kita cakap ni because as a Malaysian musician, saya dia orang ni pemerhati, pendengar, pembeli, kan, dia support industri Malaysia. Walaupun dia anak saudara saya tak paksa dia orang suruh beli album saya bang. Tak ada. Sebab apa? Saya nak ikhlas. Saya boleh cakap dia orang boleh beli senang. Angka ada berapa album ke? Minta beli boleh. Tapi saya tak nak gitu. Saya baju saya pun saya tunjuk aja. Saya tak paksa pun. Tapi dia orang nak support, dia orang support. Dia orang support apa angka kita nak 3 like angka bagi je nanti kita bayar. Tapi dalam muzik bang, saya tak nak paksa orang bang. You suka, you dengar dulu. You tak suka, angka kita ini bukan taste kita. Okay, no problem. You cari lah taste lain. Ini kita tak ada paksaan. Itulah real musician bang. Kalau nak fikir lah tu, fighting bro. Macam pendapat Intan pula tentang arah tuju kita industri dan Intan sekarang.
Susah cakap sebab kita still stuck dengan yang 90s. Cakap dengar dia sampai dia pun boleh hafal dah lagu Melayu, dengar lagu Permaisuri itulah, Samudra, New Boys, Boy apa semua tu lah lagu-lagu yang zaman kita. Lagu sekarang ni to be honest, radio Malaysia memang kita tak pasang. Tak pernah girl radio pasang. Kita dengar YouTube lagu-lagu yang 90s ni. Kalau yang baru-baru ni pun
Okey, aku tanya Intan sekarang. Kenapa Intan tak dengar radio sekarang? Why?
Dia pasang lagu yang sama, lagu yang tak best, yang dia pasang lagu orang yang tengah viral sekarang, yang tengah popular sebab adalah sebab tak pun
kes ni masalah.
Yang ada kontroversi sebab dia nak menarik orang untuk mendengar, tapi orang macam kita memang tak lah, sebab kita ada pilihan. Aku nak dengar YouTube dalam kereta, aku boleh dengar YouTube dalam kereta kan. Pasang lagu yang kita minat je lah. Kenapa nak dengar radio lagu yang kita tak minat, buang masa.
Tak, lagi pun aku rasa mungkin artis kontroversi tu bayar kot. Bayar banyak duit. So nak tak nak dia kena bayar, dia kena main.
Probably atau kita rasa tujuan dia lebih pada nak menarik ramai orang dengar
kontroversi yang artis lah, viral kan.
Dulu saya dengar yang Kak Lin yang tengah malam, sebab dia akan main lagu-lagu 90s, lagu rock kapak ni kan. Dengarlah dulu. Sekarang dah ada YouTube, tak payah.
Dan apa pendapat Intan, apa nasihat Intan sebagai pendengar untuk pendengar-pendengar sekarang? Pendengar, nasihatkan pendengar macam mana? Apa nak buat? Apa perlu kita buat untuk nak angkat balik? It will take long time lah, because for me our industry has fallen to the ground. Seriously, right back to the ground. So it's either you or she also, both of you can give advice lah. What is your opinion? Apa Intan punya pendapat?
Okay, yang hari tu yang video sotong tu kan, kita tak buang masa tengok lah, tapi kita tahulah pasal tu sebab kita selalu buka YouTube kan. Diorang cakap jangan klik, sebab bila orang selalu cakap tengok video dia teruknya, tengok video dia teruknya, bila kita klik tengok kan, dia dapat view tinggi. Itu yang diorang nak tau. Diorang nak buat benda-benda yang macam ni supaya diorang dapat duit daripada viewer kan. Betul. Ada satu YouTuber tu, dia cakap jangan klik video tu. Kita langsung tak klik ke. Even yang baru ni yang like dia punya sahabat tu pun kan buat video yang macam tu dengan bibir besar macam tu pun kita tak klik. So sampai sekarang sebenarnya kita tak tengok pun video dia. Jangan terpedaya lah, itu je. Jangan terpedaya dengan benda-benda macam ni.
Tapi sekarang kita kena gunakan akal kita lah.
Akal.
Bukan mata kita, akal kita. Akal dulu baru mata pun. Betul tak macam you cakap, jangan klik.
Tak payah klik. Walaupun kita curious macam mana pun, macam ya aku nak tengok apa benda yang teruk sangat, ya aku nak tengok lah, tak payah kot, tak payah. Sebab yang benefit tu diorang yang dapat.
Betul.
Benefit tu diorang dapat.
Yeah. Sometimes they make 60,000, 100,000 US every month, you know. But we got what we got, nothing.
Yeah.
So what do you think, bro? What is your advice ataupun what is your thoughts to see our Malaysian industry back slow by slow, one by one again?
I think artists and musicians right now. I'm not talking about Malaysia only or the Philippines only. I think in general, for music to blossom again and be heard again, I think they need to focus on their art. If you're like for example, I want to be an artist, I want to be a singer, I want to be popular. Depends on the motivation. What's your motivation to be an artist, to be a musician? Do you want to just make money, be popular, yeah? Or are you really a musician, purely a musician at heart? Because if you focus on your skills and your talent, definitely, if not locally, maybe internationally, you'll be discovered.
Yes, correct. Correct.
Regardless of if you're going to be popular locally, your talent will be discovered probably outside of the country. But I think what you need to focus on is your talent, your skill.
Correct.
The ones that you see in YouTube or TikTok or other social media, they just play the guitar and just really being a musician and playing music. Their initial their motivation is to get their content out into social media. If people follow and listen to them, then well and good, right? Because they don't have money or budget to market their thing or whatever, so they will just rely on social media and try to see if their talent is good enough for the masses, right?
Correct.
So my suggestion is hone your skill, right? Hone your skill. If you're a singer, be a better singer.
Correct.
If you're a musician, be a better musician. Because talent will always shine through, right? It might not be immediate, but eventually people will start following you. People will start listening, and then your music can come out.
It's like to discover a small tiny diamond.
Because if
you
you
need
just
to blast the whole mountain, right?
But because if you're just going to, I want to be an artist. I know how to rap a little, but I have money. I want to be popular. Okay lah. But that's what kind of artist will you become?
Kacang putih lah, no? Kacang putih artist.
It's like second rate.
Yeah,
you're just popular because of publicity lah. So it's not about publicity. Music in this industry is very hard to get into. It's very competitive, right? But if you're a real artist or a real musician or a real singer, I suggest you hone your skill.
Sebab bila-bila pun kita akan terus begini selagi ianya tidak dibendung. Ya, betul. Betul tu. Pasal tu saya ambil langkah benda ni, ibaratkan saya tahu banyak orang tak suka saya. Saya tahu banyak orang tak suka cara saya cakap. Ada yang kutuk saya, "Woi, apa kau melaluk ni?" Sebab apa? Kadang-kadang tempias ni kena pada diri dia. Bila kena pada diri dia tak puas hati. Sebenarnya aku tak ada masa nak layan kau lah. Personally aku tak ada masa nak layan kau. Aku tak kenal kau siapa pun sebenarnya. Kalau kau duduk luar kecil-kecil ni, aku ni nak betulkan persepsi supaya kita sama-sama boleh pegang tangan sebagai pemuzik dalam industri kita. Peminat dengan pemuzik seiringan jalan tau. Ibarat aur dengan tebing tau. Mesti jalan sekali. Tak ada peminat bagus macam mana pun band tu ataupun bagus macam mana pun artis tu, kita koyak bang. So kalau kita boleh patah balik, kita dah telah sasar jauh dah bang. Kita kena patah balik. So masing-masing tak boleh ego dah. Artis tak boleh ego dah. Artis kena terima benda ni honestly. My music kena be passionate, work hard and be honest.
Yeah.
You see, if you saya percaya peminat Malaysia ni masih cerdik lagi, masih bagus bang. Sebab apa? Dia orang akan kaji. Dulu mungkin orang tak kaji, tapi sekarang orang kaji bang. Orang tanya, brother, lagu tu siapa buat dah? Dia orang buat sendiri. Lirik siapa buat? Dia orang buat sendiri. Muzik siapa buat dah? Dia orang buat sendiri. Alamak, bosan lah. So see, lama-lama dia orang dah mula tanya benda begini tau. Pasal main sumbang ni, pasal dia main out of tune, pasal penyanyi-nyanyi terbagai ni. Mungkin penyanyi tu sendiri tak suka dengar, mungkin gitaris tu pun tak suka dengar, main sumbang. Tapi sebenarnya itu kata-kata yang jadi satu benda macam benchmark tau. Lama-kelamaan penyanyi tu nak nyanyi pun dia fikir, alamak, ni kan aku nyanyi sebarang. 20 tahun dulu boleh bang, kau nyanyi, kau tidur pun kau bagi alasan, sorry saya makan sate, bawa lepas makan sate, saya bawa lepas makan tom yum, boleh kau kencing lagi. Sekarang kau tak boleh bang, orang bayar duit RM50, RM30 tak tengok kau main. Kau bagi hancurkan band kau macam tu, kau bagi hancurkan konsep ataupun konsert tu sampai tahap macam tu, dan kau nak peminat faham kau macam mana bang? So it's okay to have fans who can think wisely and think about quality. Once the fans want to listen to the quality, their music will start to appreciate back and to blossom back again towards quality, not quantity.
Yeah, it's just like what Uncle mentioned. Yeah, you hone your skills and remain passionate. Be passionate about your music, because that will come out in the quality of your product basically. Yeah, the music that you come up with.
Yes.
Even the way you sing, the way you play your instrument, your music, it's going to come out if you are passionate, and that's the only thing that matters in I think in this industry. If you're not passionate about your music, I suggest better quit. Because like for me as a listener, when I listen to music, I listen to the voice, the quality of the voice. You know that if it's good or bad. You can listen to the music, the instrument, and the sound, the tone. You can listen to all of that. If it doesn't, you will feel if it was done nicely or not.
Correct.
Passionately with love.
Yes. And then you have to put, once you know that you have passion is always twins with hard practice.
Yeah.
It doesn't just say, I have passion. Hello bro, I have passion.
It comes hand in hand. Yeah.
You must take your instrument or take your voice to a different level.
Yes.
How you want to take it,
Practice.
you know yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hone your skills.
That's why.
Yeah.
For me, some of my friends always ask me, bro, you don't get tired of playing your guitar. I say, why should I get tired?
How can you get tired if that's it becomes part of you, right?
Yeah. Maybe for you to look at me playing my guitar, you are tired. But for me, I'm not tired.
Yeah.
Seriously. I play, bila saya buat 3M saya, selama bertahun-tahun dekat radio, dekat YouTube ataupun dekat Facebook saya, adakah saya minta korang duit? Adakah? Tolong letak duit sikit, tolong letak duit. Kadang-kadang bila hidup aku susah bang, orang tanya, bang, abang main free gitu bang, gila ke apa abang ni? Letaklah. Saya kadang fikir balik, itu bukan tujuan asal saya main benda ni tau. Tujuan asal saya ialah saya nak main untuk diri saya. Saya nak mencari untuk diri saya apakah kualiti dalam pencarian saya, dalam nota saya yang saya nak main ni. Untuk pembelajaran diri saya. Dan saya nak, bila saya nak tunjuk tu, ada satu sebab. Saya nak bakar semangat anak-anak muda ni untuk tengok. Oh, abang ni tengok dah tua dah ni. Pinggang sakit, main lagi. Tangan sakit, main lagi. Saya nak bakar korang macam tu. Bukan sebab saya pandai ke, saya bagus. Tidak bang. Saya tak buat itu. Saya tak mengaku. Saya tak pernah pandai, saya tak tahu bang. Saya memang tak pandai bang. Saya nak bakar korang. Sekarang saya cakap. Main hari-hari, sambil tu saya cakap. Untuk kita sama-sama boleh luahkan perasaan kita. Agar kita nampak better hasil lah. Mesti you all nak tengok hasil yang baik dalam industri muzik you all. Betul tak? Betul Sebagai consumer atau buyers, you want to listen to quality music. You spend RM100, RM200 buying 3-4 CDs or whatever lah, Spotify or what you download and you pay. And end up you have what? So you cannot force, see? So saya harap saya berbincang ni bukan dengan orang yang penting saja dalam industri datuk ke apa, Tan Sri artis, tak. Itu part of it. Dan saya panggil orang-orang biasa bang. Pendengar-pendengar muzik yang beli equipment, beli quality equipment kat rumah, duduk kat rumah best-best, kerja susah-susah dapat gaji bagus-bagus, beli. Tapi bila dengar muzik, aduh macam ni kan ke dengar, aduh bang, tak best lah.
Itu yang stuck dengan muzik lama tu. Macam muzik sekarang yang best, yang Hakim Majestic tu memang best. Hakim Majestic, dia punya group Majestic group kan. Itu kita boleh respect. Itu pun daripada yang kenal Zimi apa benda yang gitaris tu pun memang dari New Boys punya zaman tu juga.
Okay. Tak lagi pun, if you go to America or Europe, there's no such thing as, that guy is number one, that band is number two, that band. No, there's no such thing. It only happens in Malaysia lah tu.
Unless they go for like a competition, and then they will be ranked number one. Like for example, singers who go for compete in those kinds of competitions like The Voice or they get ranked, but the way they get judged is not only their voice, their package, their technique.
No, the problem is if you get number one in Taiwan, what is have that problem in Malaysia? You tell me lah. You give me an example. You win the tournament in Taiwan. Best number one at that place. Why must they vote you in Malaysian number one? I don't understand. Where is the Malaysian things that you need to fight together? Where is the different singers? Where is the different band? So that's why in Malaysia there's a lot of good bands. Let me be honest. Malaysia, I'm talking about the whole Malaysia, Sabah, Sarawak. There are so many good metal bands. There are so many pop rock bands. There's so many grindcore bands. There's so many all these metal, rock, whatever you name it. Even in club, you can see quality musicians playing in clubs. Why? Because the method that they use, the format that they use, kill everybody. See, there are good bands in clubs, playing in clubs. Quality, the sound, the tone, the singing, the harmony, all this very good, but they have nowhere in the industry. Why? Because this band they say number one, that band they say number two, this one grandfather of rock, there's Nenek rock, there's Atok rock. What the bana are you talking about, man? How can? Now they fight among themselves, all those famous band, then we all have to bear the cost. Which is not fair. Betul tak? Kenapa pula engkau bergaduh? Kenapa kita jadi mangsa? Engkau bergaduh pasal rambut, kita jadi mangsa. Dulu kes pasal rambut, dengar tak? back then in the 90s. Malaysian band, this famous band, government, they go against government because they don't want to cut their hair. What got to do with music?
Yeah.
Do you have that in Philippines?
No lah.
Sekejap, nak baca dulu. Assalamualaikum. So kita, perbincangan kita ni, selalu kita ambil satu penglibatan pemikiran kita, bang. Macam mana kita nak fikir? Macam saya duduk dalam industri, saya bukan duduk luar industri. Saya cari makan, besarkan anak-anak, bayar kereta, bayar rumah, anak-anak nak kahwin. Saya hidup dalam muzik, bang. Saya nak tengok keluarga saya dalam industri muzik ni maju, bang. Saya tak tengok. Bukan saya fikir diri saya lagi. Bila saya nak mati, saya pun tak tahu. Allah SWT ada standby, saya pun tak tahu. Saya tak boleh fikir, oh saya nak jadi kaya, saya jadi popular. Langsung tak ada dalam otak saya, bang. Saya tengah nak fikir macam mana saya nak tinggalkan kesan supaya pemikiran macam ni jatuh pada anak muda, jatuh pada pemikiran peminat-peminat. Switch, tukar terus. Daripada dulu mindset, oh aku nak tengok band tu pakai kasut alit, seluar band tu, lagu orang lain buat. Itu semua nak pergi tengok dekat konsert fanfare, main sumbang mambang pun dapat pujian. Because why? Is the attitude of those days when you play in the normal gigs, right? As in, you call it fanfare, right? Local band only have Malay crowd. So what happened was, the band that go, not all the band, some band they go up, they never even tune the guitar. The singer cannot even sing. What they go up there, all the friends will say, wow, this is one of the best band in the world.
Because of what? The face?
No, face is one of the reason. The style is one of the reason. But those days, zaman tu, they want to emphasize quality tau. Rupa, gaya, mabuk, kencing dalam botol, buang kat crowd. Ada. Tapi dalam album tak pernah main. So how lah that? Sekarang pula banyak artis-artis yang bagus. Saya fikirlah, bukan bagus dari sudut macam popular atau tidak. Band-band especially. Banyak band-band lokal macam takat Magistrate ke, siapa-siapa. Dia orang mula tulis lagu sendiri, lirik sendiri, buat lagu sendiri dan sebagainya. So, bila kita dah nampak benda-benda gini, kita dah kena mula support. Jangan duduk fikir macam dulu, kami nak tengok stylo, kami nak tengok, wah, pakai cermata besar, pakai seluar kakaci. Apa benda ni? Kita nak, peminat kena naik atas, kena duduk macam ni, bang. Duduk, tengok je. Tengok mata ke mata, tengok. Hello brother, baik-baik sikit jangan sebarang lu main pula. Jangan lu pergi sumbang mambang pula. Jangan nyanyi auto-tune, itu kebak-kebuk. Biar peminat mula tengok macam ni. Nak tengok, lama-kelamaan artis-artis mula buckle up tau. Buckle up, maksudnya alamak, dulu boleh kita main semua mambang, tangan terbalik pun crowd suka je. Sekarang tak boleh. That's why artis kalau nak practice performance, go to a club and play, or pub. Pub is where you train how to perform as good as possible. Why? Because there are so many races who come. Foreigners, American, European, Japanese, Indian, local, Chinese, local, Malay will come and listen to you. If you don't play good, they will fuck you up, confirm.
And it's always live.
Yeah.
Playing in a club is always live.
Yes.
Yeah. And how many artists can do live performances day in and day out?
Yes. Correct.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard because that one is one take. If you make a mistake, it's a mistake. Yeah. The audience will see it already. Not like recording, you can take one, take two, try again. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that you mentioned, Uncle, the how people rank why people they say this band is number one, this one. nowadays it's a bit blur how people measure that. But before, during the 70s, 80s, 90s, it's a number of albums that you've sold. Because that's an indicator of how many people listen to your music, right?
Yeah.
So if you've sold 100 million albums, or 100,000 albums, or 500,000 albums, a million albums, then maybe that will be the way that they would rank. Oh, this one would be the most sold album, right?
Yeah.
That means people listen to it because people will buy it to listen to it, right?
No, I would agree. I would agree if they say the most popular album based on the sale.
Yeah,
I would
based on
agree.
sales.
It's okay.
Because that is hard fact,
Yes.
right? That's statistics.
You know how many units that Bon Jovi sold for the past 40 years? More than 300 million copies. They are not title number one band in America.
Yeah.
You see, Santana is selling every album platinum, 50 million. He's not ranked number one artist. Why are we saying this? That's the problem, you see.
Where are they basing it from? Yeah.
Sebenarnya kata-kata macam tu berpuak-puak ni, konon-konon nak memartabatkan artis tu, konon-konon. Niat tu baik. Oh, tak apalah, kita promo, kita letak dia number one. Kita letak dia Raja Rock, kita letak dia Ratu Pop. Niat tu bagus, cantik. Tapi dengan niat yang cantik tu, menjatuhkan industri, bang. Banyak talent-talent lain yang nyanyi bagus-bagus, bang. Nak keluar kena. Apa engkau nyanyi apa? Saya nyanyi jazz kak. Nyanyi jazz, engkau boleh lawan ke Ratu Jazz? Sebab Ratu Jazz nyanyi lagu pop, bang. Tak ada jazz langsung. It's a pop song. It's not a jazz song. It's just an element of pop blues saja. Fusion sikit, that's it. Tapi gerago-gerago ni, penyanyi-penyanyi gerago India, Cina, Melayu, yang lain-lain duduk kampung-kampung yang suara sedap-sedap, bang, bungkus, bang. Salah seorang daripada penyanyi tu adalah anak-anak korang nanti. Mungkin korang cakap, apalah bang ni membebel. Tak apalah, tak berlaku kat engkau. Cuba kat berlaku pada anak engkau sendiri. Anak-anak korang ni penyanyi, kau tahu ya, anakku suara bagus je. Aku nak support dia, aku hantar bagi producer. Producer kata, suara anak kau biasa je lah. Kenapa tak boleh lawan Ratu weh? Macam mana korang rasa? Gitaris, anak kau gitaris, main, kita sepatut sokong betul? Kalau kau tanya saya, bang, abang boleh tolong sokong anak saya tak? Aku takkan buta-buta cakap ya, bang. Walaupun itu anak aku sendiri. Bagi dulu. Apa ada bukti? Karya bagus. Tengok dia main macam mana, dengar bunyi macam mana. Bila nampak progress, aku sendiri akan post, bang. Macam tu anak seorang member tu, Ryan Kamis tu, dia cover lagu-lagu raya kan. Kenapa aku letak kat post aku, kat wall aku? Kenapa? Sebab aku nampak dia talented. Budak tu, budak muda, tapi dia main lagu raya tu, dia improvise balik, dia improve balik, dia buat konsep metal. Cantik, bang. So, dalam hati nurani saya kena ikhlas, bang. Bantu saya kena ikhlas. Saya letak sini. Saya bangga, bang. Macam itulah juga kita peminat-peminat semua kenalah rasa sudah-sudah lah tu, zaman dulu punya cara potonglah buang. Ini ini kroni-kroni punya sifat ni. Okay, komposer ni seorang aja, semua band kena pergi kat dia. Pongging. Tuan, minta lagu tuan boleh popularkan saya. Engkau dah jatuh syirik lah, bang. Kau nak pergi mendewakan orang ke? Pasal tu aku tak nak abang benda gini. Kau nak minta rezeki, kau nak minta kau nak popular atau tidak, kau minta pada Allah SWT lah. Bukan minta pada dia. Sekarang dia tak naik, nama dia pun dah jatuh. Dia nak minta pada siapa? Boleh tak dia bawa lagi dia naik balik dengan lagu dia? Tak boleh lah, bang. So siapa lagi sekarang? So before we wrap up, it's almost 12 tadi. Saya minta maaf lah, bang. Saya punya cara, saya berbincang bukan dengan satu puak saja. Saya bincang dengan semua orang. Orang biasa, orang ada muzik, orang ada talent, orang tak ada talent, orang ada telinga. I need to respect everybody. These are the people who buy CD, buy songs. So they have, maybe they cannot play instrument. Maybe they can play maybe one or two notes. Doesn't matter. But they can listen to good songs or not. So that is part of my thing, to always ask them for what is their opinion and what is their suggestion. Just to make things get better for us one day lah, insyaAllah. So okay, any more last words for our local guys? Okay. Apa kata-kata akhir untuk pejuang-pejuang seni kita?
Tahu lah Uncle. Hidup anak Abdul. Itu je yang kita nampak sekarang ni kan. Anak Abdul. Macam macam2 kan Uncle. Dia nyanyi, tengok tak juara lagu baru ni. Macam2 dia dah lama kan tapi bakat dia tak terkeluar sampai kan juara lagu tu kan. Dia cakap 17 tahun dia menyanyi. Tak tahu kenapa dia tak dapat jual macam menonjolkan diri dia. Maybe tak ada orang dia.
That's what I say just now. Ratu Jazz, Ratu Pop. That's what happened.
Alhamdulillah, masa juara lagu untuk kali pertama dia masuk, dia dapat tunjuk. So ramai orang yang tengok, yang kan macam kita pun first time, serius lah macam2 boleh buat benda ni. Kenapa selama ni benda ni kita tak nampak?
Satu lagi Intan, puak-puak kroni yang duduk dekat judge tu dah bertukar orang. So telinga dah mula cerdik. Datuk Muzani is my old friend. So dia pula jadi chief judge. Dia boleh pilih band tu menang SOG. So SOG dengan Silamza.
Yes.
I was so happy that to see they win.
Yes.
They won the thing. Because why? Itu satu penanda aras yang banyak lagi talented musician akan pergi. Itu yang penting.
Kali ni yang menang kan, kita tak question tau. Kita macam besar dia menang lah. Apa benda, apa diorang nampak ni. Kalau tak previously macam kita akan persoalkan macam tak faham
macam mana boleh menang kan?
Gila, aku buang masa 2 jam kot tengok. Lepas tu orang yang aku tengok, yang patut menang tak menang, yang patut kalah yang menang. Kan?
Betul.
Kita spend, walaupun tak spend duit untuk tengok juara lagu tu, kita spend masa kita nak sokong lagu Melayu, lagu Malaysia. See, now I think it's the juara lagu kali ni bagus lah.
I think it's a good sign.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
So peminat-peminat dah mula angkat martabat bang.
Yeah.
Apa judge dah mula hebat. Hakim-hakim yang duduk dalam apa panggil tu? Apa panggil judge tu dalam bahasa Melayu? Aduh. Juri-juri dah mula berubah telinga. Mindset. Kalau tidak, dulu punya juri yang tengok ni dulu, dia datang geng tau. Dia ni dengan dia ni geng, dia ni dengan dia ni geng. Kau lagu aku, kau up sikit. Lirik kau aku up sikit. Mana boleh gitu bang? Kau tak honest bang. Kalau adik aku atau abang aku atau anak aku sendiri nyanyi sumbang atas pentas, aku pangkar dia bang. Aku pangkar dia, aku akan maki dia atas pentas. Aku akan cakap terus, kau ni, kau malukan aku, anak aku lah. Kau tak penyanyi, kau jangan masuk lain kali. Dia nak sakit hati, itu dia punya pasal bang. Daripada aku sokong anak aku yang tak boleh nyanyi, aku pun paksa. Terbaik. Mana boleh gitu bang?
Betul.
Sebab apa kau ganggu peluang orang lain yang lagi bagus? Betul tak?
Betul.
So we cannot do that. Even though that's our kids.
Kesian, ya. Betul.
Okay. I think for me as a last message for this live video would be for the artists and musicians and music creators, to be passionate again in your art. I think that's going to come a long way. If you're passionate with your art, your music, and I think everything will follow. I think the industry will be better off with it.
Yeah.
With more passionate artists, and not just be an artist just for the sake of being an artist, just to be popular or to make money. produce good music, quality one. Because me as a listener, my wife, my kids, we become critical about what we listen to. Yeah? We listen to a new song, listen to the voice.
Yes.
Yeah?
Like what you see.
What kind of voice is this? Is the technique? Yeah. If you're an artist, again, and you're passionate, you're going to hone until you're able to make the best sound out of your instrument. Right?
Yes.
Right. So, and that's what we always look forward to. Yeah? And that's what we want to listen to. Right?
Correct.
So, I mean, this industry is very, very tough. It's a very tough industry. Yeah? Just to penetrate this industry is very tough. Competition, it's very competitive.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but regardless if you're a famous artist or an up and coming artist or a new artist, if I see your video, I listen to your music, and it's good, then I will listen to you.
Yes, even after 50 years or so, people will still listen to you.
Yes.
It's nice, right?
Correct.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Lady Gaga, right before me, I didn't know her, until she came out with the movie, that song, right? The way she sing. Before this, she was famous because of the clothes, right? I don't care what she wear.
Yeah.
I want to listen. You are a singer, right? I want to listen to your voice, to your song. I don't care what you're wearing. You're not wearing anything, also I don't care. I just want to listen to your voice. That's what's important. You see?
Oh. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Some people look at the package. Yeah, the whole package.
That's bonus. That's bonus.
Yeah.
Some will be critical about the voice. Some will be critical about the musicality and the arrangement.
Yeah.
Or even the bass tune. Yeah, if it's catchy, if it's a catchy tune or not. Yeah. Sometimes if it's not a catchy tune, I'm not going to bother listening to the rest of the song. Right?
No, I think it's part of it is like if you want to see a modeling, you want to scout a model, you don't see face, right? She can be black, solid black.
Yeah.
She can be
Subjective.
subjective. At least you must have the height. Height, skinny, or maybe fat, doesn't matter. So what is suitable for you? Some girls are so fat, they are taking this, the dresses that are only for fat people. You know, they do the catwalk,
Plus size model.
What? Plus apa?
Plus size.
Plus size, yes. So I think we can take example from there. Singing ataupun artis, kita tak perlu tengok rupa bang. Dalam Malaysia ni itu problem kita. Nak sign artis yang bangang-bangang duduk dekat atas company ni, dia kata apa tau? San, kau nak bawa artis jumpa aku, kau nak scout talent. Yang aku marah ni, engkau orang Melayu kan? Engkau ni orang Melayu kan? Engkau suruh aku cari kan? Yang aku bawa ni orang Melayu bang. Kenapa kau buang? Kau cakap dengan aku, kau bayangkan dia cakap nanti. Gambar ada gambar. Apa salahnya kau dengar demo lagu dia orang sendiri, karya dia orang? Saya cakap bagus bang. Ni tak nak dengar bang dia orang. Dia minta saya gambar bang. Kesian bang. Saya cakap apa kau ni macam ni? Dia kata macam ni, macam muka Felda ni tak ada orang nak beli lah. Yang menghina bang orang Melayu sendiri bang. Menghina orang Melayu sendiri. Bukan Cina bukan India bang. Yang cakap tu, artis repertoire tu, dia orang Melayu bang. Dia kata apa tau? Segini kau bawa jumpa aku, tak boleh jual ni. Macam jual tempe je muka. Macam orang Felda je, motong getah ke ni apa ni? Tak boleh Hassan, buang lah tepi ni. Cari aku Mama handsome sikit. Saya tanya dia, hello brother, kau dah tengok cermin tak engkau ni? Muka kau macam Syahrukan ke? Gua tak ada. Habis tu kau kutuk bangsa kau sendiri kenapa? Saya sound dia direct je bang. Saya torbelah je. Sekarang orang panggil saya jahat.
Betul masalahnya ke? Betul masalahnya.
Itu dia.
Macam kita dengar yang Aceh ke, dia pelawak tapi dia boleh nyanyi, suara dia sedap, tinggi kan. Muka dia tak ada rupa.
Tapi talented kan.
Tapi suara dia sedap, kita dengar.
Sambung.
Kalau yang ada talent untuk melawak dan kita pilih, okay, hari ni aku nak tengok komedi, kita pergi konsert komedi. Aku nak tengok orang menyanyi, kita pergi tengok menyanyi. Bukan kita bayar tiket untuk tengok orang menyanyi sedap, dia buat lawak pula kat atas tu kan. Macam yang video klip sotong kan, itu dah komedi lah tu bukan menyanyi.
Tak, masuk angka tadi, bila kita tengok macam komedian-komedian yang talented macam Sepatu apa semua ni, macam tu lah kita kena pilih komedian betul-betul talented bang. Tengok muka, duduk sambil relax je, kita tengok pun kita dah tahu. Kita teringat zaman nostalgia, zaman-zaman Piramli, Aziz Sata, Ibrahim Pendek. Tak payah cakap banyak lah bang, tak payah cakap banyak dia orang ni, tunjuk muka je, buat muka sikit je, orang dah ketawa bang. Tompel, all this. So bila saya tengok pelawak-pelawak baru ni yang macam tu, macam Sepatu ke apa-apa ni, saya teringat zaman nostalgia orang dulu-dulu bang. Takkan sama, kita tahu dah tu, tapi kita tak boleh deny dia punya talent bang. So sepatutnya industri perlukan talent-talent macam ni dalam pembikinan album. Cari rock band, cari artis-artis solo, cari artis lelaki perempuan. Kita nak macam ni. So lama-kelamaan dalam industri kita mungkin artis tak banyak. Dulu mungkin ada 3,000 artis, tapi 300 saja yang berkualiti. Lagi lain-lain album tak pernah main, itu duduk bersepah, pakai baju di dalam poster, tak pernah main. Sekarang kita ada 300 artis, tapi 280 main sendiri bang. So kalau ikut ratio, siapa menang? Sekarang menang. Betul tak? So we have more talented. The songs good or not, that's another story. I'm talking about talented. You write your own song, you do your own lyrics, you arrange your own music. That is pure talent. Correct? So kejap Arwah Syamsuddin, of course. Itu semua satu geng lah. Saya nak cakap semua nama saya pun tak ingat bang. Kalau saya cakap satu tu, that means geng-geng sewaktu dengannya Piramli tu, geng-geng tu lah. Aziz Tata, Syamsuddin, apa nama tu, Ibrahim Pendek, Ma'enon, bla bla bla. Itu semua saya cakap tu, you faham sendiri sudah lah. Kalau saya nak mention satu-satu, saya ini bukan boleh ingat bang. Samalah juga pasal artis atau pemuzik. Bila saya cakap pasal artis yang bagus tu, tak semesti tu orang tu je bagus, orang lain pun bagus bang. Lepas tu saya suka sebut Sabah Sarawak. Kenapa? Setiap kali saya cakap kenapa saya sebut Sabah Sarawak, surat dari tanggungjawab saya yang duduk kat Semenanjung ni untuk bawa dia orang. Dulu zaman saya, orang tak bawa dia orang bang. Orang tinggalkan dia orang ni. Sedangkan Sabah Sarawak ni bang, talent dia orang bang, dahsyat bang dia orang. Penyanyi siapa nama yang perempuan tu yang kahwin dengan Hakim tu? Stacy. Beribu Stacy kat sana bang, boleh nyanyi bang, bersepah-sepah. Sedap-sedap. Lagu yang tak sedap kau bagi orang jadi sedap. Seriously aku cakap. Gitaris banyak dahsyat-dahsyat, bassist dahsyat-dahsyat, drama banyak-banyak dahsyat. Kalau aku tak boleh promo dia orang bang, aku rasa bersalah tau. Mungkin aku tak kenal satu-satu lah, tapi aku boleh bawa nama tu, Sabah Sarawak tu. Aku nak minda kita sentiasa ingat benda-benda gini. Apa? Piput Sarawak legend Piput Sarawak legend dia. So it's about time if kita nak climb the stairs or we want to climb the ladder, it's about time we help our friend together and bring that. If you want to fall alone. If you want to go up, take all your friends and go up together. That's good musician. Jangan pergi and climb the stairs and just take all on your own. But when you fall, you want people to hold you. You eat your finger lah. You will fall by yourself, correct? So saya harap teruskan support channel saya ni, Facebook, forum saya ni. Bukan untuk apa, bukan untuk saya nak buat duit atau saya nak jadi popular, tidak bang. Saya tak heran bang, kematian ada bersama saya tak lama lagi. So you all pandai-pandai lah, bentangkan benda-benda gini supaya minda-minda kita yang mana yang dah bangkit, yang dah faham tu, terima kasih, syukur, alhamdulillah. korang teruskan share benda-benda gini supaya peminat-peminat industri muzik kita dah mula faham apa brother tu asyik bising hari kenapa bang, saya pun ada isteri anak-anak bang, saya pun ada quality time, saya nak tidur bang, tapi kenapa aku buat macam ni? Sebab aku nak educate mana-mana yang aku penting aku buat. Sampai atau tidak Allah SWT ada. Saya harap dengan sokongan korang, moral, sokongan moral dan fizikal, apa saja yang kau boleh bantu, kau teruskan untuk artis-artis Malaysia bang, Sabah Sarawak. Sekali lah. Okey, sebelum saya berhenti ni, saya nak ucapkan terima kasih kepada anak saudara saya berdua ni, Dasi Yakim dengan Intan, atas kesudian masing-masing untuk beri pendapat yang baik. Nohal Megan ni beri pendapat yang baik atau good explanation, sharing so that we all can understand. If we all speak wrongly ataupun kita cakap apa-apa salah atau kasar bahasa, kita mohon maaf bagi pihak saya dan kita semua sama-sama. Okey, jangan simpan dalam TV. Alright, thank you so much. Saya sudahi dengan wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam double know-how, salam double 3M. Always practice and look for your own style. Alright brother, take care man. Assalamualaikum. Know-how.